Next thing that we add in is I keep a lot of carbs in my diet because I have a much higher calorie count. So I'm usually taking anywhere around 3,000 to 3,300 a day. So I'm a big fan of kind of like starchier carbohydrates versus like sugary carbohydrates. I just find that your body has to kind of like take some time to process these a little bit, where sugar just kind of like hits your bloodstream really quickly. So if you're dieting, you might have less of this stuff versus someone else that's not dieting and trying to gain weight. Also, carbs are your performance calories, so definitely helps when you're doing some type of like either high intensity interval training or weight training. Carbs will definitely, carbs or glycogen is what you use for energy during these like kind of heavier training sessions. So I like to kind of have a good balance of all the macronutrients in there. I'm not one of those people that says you got to get rid of all carbs from your diet or all fats from your diet. We want to have kind of a healthy balance of it because each macronutrient has and serves a purpose. So we'll go through some of these carb sources here. So I get like pre-packaged rice. So this is like a brown rice and a jasmine rice. These packages at Trader Joe's come in 2-cup and they're already cooked. So the beauty of this thing is I don't have to do, like if I have it in the freezer, I can just grab it, quickly throw it into my meal. You can either just do half a package, which is 1 cup, or a full package, which is 2 cups. Minimal prep time, great to have on hand, especially when you're like short on time. All right. Now you can also cook the rice if you want. You can see I have like a bag of lentils and brown rice pasta over here. Now, these I typically cook in a pot or like some type of, or like when I cook rice, I have a little rice cooker there. Takes a little bit more time, tastes a lot better. You can add in different flavoring and broths and that kind of stuff to make things a little tastier. But you know, it's really up to you and how much time you have. So now a couple things you'll see, I have like gluten-free bread here. I also have like some bagels. For me, I don't know necessarily if gluten is an issue for me, but I do find that there's a certain threshold that if I exceed, like I can have a couple slices of bread, and once I hit like maybe my 5th or 6th slice, I kind of get some inflammation through my nose. Now, if that's a gluten allergy or some other type of allergy, I have no idea. But what I did find is I can have like 10 to 12 slices of brown rice bread per day, and I don't have any inflammation through my nose. And I just kind of feel a lot better. So what I usually do is just kind of have like a little combination of the two. I know I can have like a bagel, and if I need to have more carbs, I'll add some of this brown rice bread in there, like another 2 to 3 slices for me. But like I said, it really comes down to what your calories and macros are. Same thing with the pasta too. I can hit like a certain threshold, so I usually just get the brown rice pasta. It's easy to cook. You have to be like right on the money with the timing when you're boiling it, because otherwise you can like overcook it really easily. I think the time for this particular brand is like around 7 minutes, so just be cautious of that. Lentils I love just because in addition to a great carb source, you also have a good amount of protein into this as well. So not necessarily like you want to use this as like your main protein source, but I kind of consider it more of a carb source, and kind of put it in the carb bucket over here. Other things that I add in carbo, just to kind of add some to the taste, is I like French fries. I have like sweet potato fries and other fries. I just make sure like if I have control over it, I can cook it myself. It makes life a lot easier, and I can actually control the calories and macros that come in, right? So I've dieted before and had French fries every single day, and what I do is just weigh and measure it. And I added a little bit to it. I have like what I call this single pot meal. You'll see another video for that. Sometimes if I'm adding calories into my diet, I add like a little handful of French fries, or a serving size, roughly 3 ounces. It's kind of nice, like especially you kind of chop it up into your meal, and it's just a nice little flavoring. Adds an additional component to your meal that it just enhances it overall. So.